So if you ever find yourself debugging a method and you're wondering where the error actually happened, then you could always go all the way up the call stack. I'll show an example of that because I know what I just said was probably one of the most vague things I've said in this entire class. Let's say I have a method, static void my method, that takes in an int my number. And all it does is it says int result equals 43 divided by my number. I really like that 43 number for some reason. Let's say I invoke my method here with the value 20. That's not going to throw an error. Say I invoke my method here with the value of 10 and the value of 5. Then let's invoke it with the value of 0 here on line 22, and then let's invoke it again with the value of 53. Okay, so I've invoked my method multiple times. However, line 22 is going to cause an exception to happen within my method, but watch how we can debug this. See, if I hit F5, we get an exception here on my method. But what we're looking at right now isn't that useful because we don't know who invoked my method. With the call stack, we can find out. All I gotta do is double click on this next entry in the call stack and I can see exactly what line of code resulted in my method throwing an exception. Okay, so that allows us to navigate the stack. The stack is very important.